Hillary was supposed to go on this van tour, right? So she's got her van that's going to be driving to Iowa, right? Okay, she's driving to Iowa in this van, and the media is praising it for this spontaneous gesture as she heads toward the state that's going to kick off everything, except it was already done. It was done when she ran for Senate in 2000. Got in a van, called it Scooby-Doo, and tooled around the state
And she
of
went
New
on a
York.
listening tour, right? Because I thought I remembered Hillary going on a listening tour, and it's like, what? She's doing it again? She didn't hear the first time? So that first listening tour was for her Senate race? I mean, I remember.
Yes.
And it was a van around the country. It would be like, my God, who was the senator who took over the Ted Kennedy seat and he drove around the state in a truck? Scott Brown. I don't know why I want to say Scott White, but that's Scott and White Medical Center. But it was a color. He's a white person, so it was close. But anyway, it would be like Scott Brown coming up and saying, "Oh, guess what? I'm going to drive around the country in my pickup truck. This is a whole new spontaneous idea I just thought up." And we would all, if it happened to a conservative, everybody, including the conservatives, would say, "Dude, this is just a rerun." But nobody's saying that about Queen Hillary. Nobody's acknowledging that this is a rerun. Ohio, isn't that an important purple state? Wouldn't you think that she'd be interested in making friends and making a splash and being popular there and being liked and stuff? Nobody even noticed. Nope. Which is, I think, why she's popular right now. Hillary is only ever popular when she's invisible, because she's much more popular as an idea than she is as a reality.
And that's true. And when you see how she interacts with media, too, and still gets a pass. It's fascinating. JD is going to play the video that he put together for Free Radical Network that juxtaposed her announcement with her interview with Diane Sawyer, the Dead Broke interview. It's a fascinating conversation. People should go to the Free Radical Network YouTube channel and like that, share it everywhere, and make sure you check it out on Facebook and spread that around. The audio is what you'll hear if you're listening to the podcast, but everybody at the show live will be able to see it. I'm ready when you are, JD.
Everyday Americans need a champion, and I want to be that champion.
It has been reported you've made $5 million making speeches. The president's made more than $100 million.
Americans have fought their way back from tough economic times. If you have no reason to remember, but we came out of the White House not only dead broke, but in debt. We had no money when we got there, and we struggled to, piece together the resources for mortgages, for houses, for Chelsea's education. It was not easy. But the deck is still stacked in favor of those at the top.
But do you think Americans can understand 5 times the median income in this country for one speech?
I'm getting ready to do something too. I'm running for president.
This lady trying to pretend that they were dead broke. I think she really believes that. I think she is so separated from reality. She's been so insulated for so long that she kind of believes that everybody lives like her because everyone she knows does.
Well, and here's the great thing. Here she is casting herself as, a champion of the everyday people. And, of course, she's dead broke because she has mortgages to pay on houses that she bought, like plural houses, like everybody else does, right? Because you have 3 homes, 4 homes, right? Everyone? No?
Sure. Yeah, I try to keep it quiet, but yeah.
Right. But that is a great place in which she's vulnerable. The theme of Hillary being, and JD made this point today, the theme of Hillary being crowned queen, and there are lots of supporters. If you check JTLOL, Jim Treacher's Twitter, you can see he retweeted a bunch of Hillary supporters saying, yes, Queen Hillary, all this wonderful stuff. But JD made the distinction that a queen is very different in focus from a messiah.
Well, that's true.
It plays very differently. And so casting her as the she's just like you. She has 3 homes. Or she's just like you. She has an entourage that goes everywhere with her. She's just like you, struggling to pay the bills on multiple houses. You know, that's a good vulnerability that we have for her. And it's something all the candidates can do. They can all focus on that. Every supporter of every other candidate should be on that message too. Doesn't matter what the Republican you support, you can push this message. I recommend people see the whole thing, but JD's got a segment of it that you have to see.
Our traffickers top 10.
Nevada! What happens in Vegas may have to stay in Vegas, but your guns don't. Bring them over to California and sell them.
The market up there is hungry. Hungry for guns.
Are you serious? Oh, it's crazy. This is what
What did I just watch?